Hello Lightworkers, welcome to this video on positive self-sabotage. So what does that mean? You may have heard me speak quite a bit about sabotage in other videos. If not, have a look at the library which I have on that, and I will keep exploring that because it's a big factor in our light work. Yeah, what is positive self-sabotage? And there may be many names for this, yet this is the idea of us sabotaging ourselves using ways that may seem positive. And this can come through a lot of the spiritual concepts that we have, that we use in our daily life. And we're using them, but without realizing that they may actually be hindering your growth, hindering your progress as a light worker on this planet. And this is what I wanted to speak about in this particular video, to see whether this resonates with you and whether it's playing a role in your life. And I'll give you some examples here. And the first one here is, see, there's a lot of spiritual platitudes out there. We hear a lot of those big phrases that we use a lot, and there's a lot of truth in them, but they can be used in a way to spiritually bypass us from our path. And one of them is where we say that everything is happening for a reason. You see, when we use that, and there is truth to this, because in hindsight, everything happens for a reason. And when you look at it from a universal perspective, everything happens for a reason. Yet when we use it in our life, we can use it as a form of positive self-sabotage to keep us where we're at, because we say that everything's happening for a reason. Everything in my life right now is happening the way it's meant to happen. Therefore, I don't need to do anything. This is where it can lead to. It can lead to a secret desire for inaction, a secret desire not to want to change things, because time and again, that comfort zone is so as limiting as it is. We'd rather be happy being unhappy than actually creating the change that we truly want, which is always available for you. It's always right there. So when we use that phrase, everything's happening for a reason, it also leads us to the idea that there are no mistakes. You know, we see this a lot. There are no mistakes in our path. We see those memes that go around. There are no mistakes. And in truth, there are no mistakes. But again, this is the paradox. This is duality. This is where we need to understand that we are here living in this human life. So it's not to see it as a mistake. This is not something to make you feel less, but it's to understand that there are going to be many areas in your life that you'll want to improve, many areas that you'll want to enhance. And if we're not aware of them, we're just going to carry on letting it pass. We're going to carry on letting it roll. And what we end up doing is we stay in this quasi state of happiness, which isn't really happy. And so we keep going through these waves, or through this, we stay in the same layer, and we're wondering why. I'm doing all the work, I'm staying positive, I'm doing it, I'm staying aligned, but why am I not breaking out of this layer? And there's many layers that we have to break through in life when we move through. And this is because it's important to look at the areas that need changing. And this is why we get caught up in toxic situations, relationship situations, careers, staying in the same situation within even in our light work, which I'll come to as well. Because what happens, you end up staying in that situation thinking it's okay, everything's flowing, there's another one. So it's about not allowing the concepts to be bigger than who you are. It's about understanding that you are bigger than the concept. In other words, your life is more important than the concept. It's about what you truly want in your life. This is why I'm here, to mirror back to your dreams, to remind you again what your dreams are. We've all got these dreams, and they go into the back burner. They start to go into the background with the noise of life starts to take over. But the dreams are always there. They're firing. They want to come out. They're alive. They want to be out into the world. They want to be expressed. Your gifts that you have in this world, on the planet. You've got a huge passion to bring them out to the world. What is it that you really want? These are the questions to ask. What is it? Do you want to help others on a big level? Do you want to express your gifts for humanity? Do you want to feel that fulfillment of walking your talk and expressing who you are? What is it, those secret desires that you have? Do you want to be out there on a big level? Do you want to be out helping on other levels? Be honest with them. Be honest about them. And then start to look at what is really holding you back. So when we look at positive self-sabotage here, one of the things that I've got here is, another one is where we say the universe is going to show me. I'm going to wait for the universe to show me the right decision. And I explored this a little bit in another video around decisions. Yeah, but this one comes about, around the theme of waiting for the universe to make a decision for us, for our own life. This is the kind of situations we get into where we say, I'm going to wait for the universe to show me when the next step is. If we're already thinking about the next step, I guarantee the next step is available for you to take if you're willing to take that next step yourself. And this is the thing, this desire, it's all about your inner desire. It's not about anyone else telling you what you want. It's about what you really want inside and taking away all of the noise that's around you. Because a lot of these ideas we grab onto for lots of reasons. We do it because it makes us feel better, and we do it because it helps us grow. And when we're doing it to help make us feel better, we have to be aware, why is it making us feel better? Is it feeding a certain level of self-sabotage to keep us in this kind of box, to prevent us from actually expanding and being this fullness of who you are? Now remember, with sabotage, there's a reason that we sabotage, because we're afraid. As much as we all want this, there's a lot of fear around embracing your light and being abundant, actually living an abundant, fulfilling life where you're expressing your gifts. It sounds so magical, but as you can see all around you, it's true. It's there, it's happening to millions of people around the world. So how do you make that step out of that? And thanks for the comments here. Yeah, driving change because you're creating your own reality and then staying in what is in right now. Not used to looking ahead, probably down to fear. Thanks, Hafsa. This is the thing. So when we're in these situations, we have to ask ourselves, we have to look, basically you're using the light of your consciousness right now to look in all areas of your life. And in this moment, what is working for you? What isn't working for you? What do you truly want? This is what I keep, reflecting back to you. What are your dreams? Because your dreams, when it comes to light work, and this is what I'm here to provide, to help, which is why I'm so passionate, because I see so many souls with so much potential. And if you listen to this, you are one of them, because you're seeking that change and you're ready for huge change. Just whether you're going to step up. And it's all about stepping up. It's all about stepping out of the layer that you're in and recognizing that you are worthy of moving into this next layer. So how does it feel when you're, when you have all of these, when you're in that limitation? This is something to tune into as well. What does your life look like when you're not carrying out these dreams? Because once we start to tune into both of these, we start to realize where we're at right now and where we actually want to go, because that is the journey that is available to you right now to take. That these are the steps to take to move out of. So I hear a lot of people say, I really want to make a difference to my life. I really want to step up. I really want to embrace this. And then suddenly going back into everything's okay, what's happening right now. And we'll keep going back and forth. And we do this a lot. I've done this for so many years as I'm moving through, stepping up at being a light worker. And a lot of it is because there is a fear of what that new layer is. Yet that new layer is everything is waiting for you. You're already vibrationally matching to it. That's why you're moving up and down. It's just allowing yourself to move into that. And there will be fear. As always, it comes down to that simple, it's quite simple, the saying, but it's hard, it's hard to do. It's feeling the fear and doing it anyway, because that fear is always going to be there, always, when we're moving through layers. And it's not about waiting for that fear to go. Otherwise we'll wait for years, we'll wait for a very long time. And we can wait for the universe, so it's all very well, but the universe will provide opportunities, very rarely, that will be so mind-blowing that we'll take it. You're here to create this opportunity and say yes, put your hand up and say, yes, I'm going to choose my path. I'm going to commit to my path. I'm going to look at the areas which aren't working for me and say, do I actually want to continue this anymore? Or am I ready to make the changes that are necessary, that are going to help me actually finally walk my talk, match my intentions of what I really want, being an abundant, embodied, gifted, expressive light worker, which you know you are deep down. You can feel that. And are you ready? This is the question. So as always, I'm here for those of you who want to get in touch with me to help you get to the next level. This is what I love doing. And I love assisting lightworkers step up. And the reason I've created this group, which is Lightwork for Empaths, is because as an empath myself, I specifically work with empaths because I understand the journey and the sensitivity and all of that. And for me, I feel it's directly related to our purpose and our passion, expressing yourself here on the planet, which is why for me, they go hand in hand, your light work and your empathy. Because once you start to channel your gifts in a grounded, embodied way, your empathy becomes the biggest gift. And we're not swinging, being thrown about, but all of these different energies and all of these different things and other people, because you start to empower your empathy and realize why you've even got that empathy. It's here because it's needed on the planet right now. So this is my video. Please comment any ideas, comments that you have. I'd love to hear them, and I'll see you in the next video.